Good morning all. I'm Donatien Nitegeka, a student at Southern New Hampshire University. Actually, I'm currently working on AS project. So our today's topic is all about public speaking. Moving forward, we have overview by starting by what is public speaking, personal experience on how I failed to practice public speaking, how I overcame the situation I failed to practice public speaking. So after that, we will see why public speaking is so important in our life. Uh, Also, there are the tips for improving public speaking, as well as visual aids for public speaking and recommendation. So by starting, public speaking is the skills of speaking in front of the audience. In other words, public speaking is the action of taking or of speaking face to face to face-to-face live to the audience. So my personal experience live about public speaking is, I remember the time it was in 2019 when I was in job interview. So at that time I was in interview room where my interviewer started to ask me the question related to the job that I was applied for. At that time, instead of replying or answering him what he was asking me, I started to look on the roof, as well as eating my nail, doing like that. So basically I started to feel afraid of even sweating more, by having fear more than I guess. At that time, I failed to practice public speaking, and that things caused me to lose the job that I was applied for. So how I overcame that situation? Basically, the thing that I realized that I'm the one who had a big role in creating that fear. So after knowing and realizing my big role in that fair, so I started to practice public speaking in front of people, or in crowd of people. So another way I use it to overcome that situation is to practice my complete presentation several times in order to make myself aware of public speaking. So in addition, to practice public speaking with few people whom I am less familiar with in order to improve my public speaking also was the way I use it to overcome. For instance, I can say that maybe I can prepare the presentation with in topic like malnutrition or in other topics, even communication. So once I prepare that presentation and I present to my audience, at that time I use it to improve my public speaking. That's how I overcome that situation where I fail to practice public speaking. So moving forward, the importance of public speaking. Basically, public speaking is so much more important in our everyday life because it helps us to boost our confidence. So once I am speaking with my audience with confidence, also once I do it more, I will improve my confidence. After that, public speaking will help me to develop my leadership skills. So this is because once I am in front of many people or a crowd of people, I will know, or I will develop the skills that I have, as well as leadership one. So public speaking also is so much more important because it helps us to develop new vocabularies and fluence in the language, to mean that once I have that public speaking skills, I can develop new vocabularies while I am speaking with others. So public speaking also is more important because it helps us to have proper management team, to mean that once I am able and I developed that I have leadership skills, also I can know how to manage my team in a proper or effective way. Moving forward, public speaking, it is so much more important because it increases the ability to think critically. To mean that public speaking can help me to think out of box. To mean that while I am in front of many people, I have also to know how I can behave in front of them in a good manner. To me that I can think out of the box and get more ideas from that public speaking. Also, public speaking is so much more important because it can help me to inspire others to work hard. For instance, if I have something to present to my audience, also like as well as encouraging them how they can work hard, I have firstly to have that public speaking. So moving forward, they are the tips for improving public speaking. Basically, firstly, I have to know my audience. This means that once I know my audience, how is or how my audiences are, I have many things to work on with them. Firstly, I have to know if they are able to understand what I am going to speak. The second one, I have to control my voice according to the audience I have. If everyone in that who participates in that presentation will understand what I am talking about. Moving forward, I have also to work from an outline. Basically, working from outline, this might result in the audience paying more attention to what is being shown due to it is focused on public reading instead of public speaking. To me that work from outline, I have to focus on reading in front of people. For example, I can prepare like information or entertainment about leading in public. At that time, leading in public will help me also to know what and how I can improve my public speaking. Okay, by moving forward, also I have to make eye contact to mean that and avoiding leading a lot in front of the audience. To mean that it might be better to have the plan of all things that I have to deal with. After that, but I have to make eye contact. By making eye contact, if I'm presenting my presentation to my audience, I don't have to look on one side only. I have also look in different side of my audience to mean that everyone and each and everyone who participated in my presentation, I can have ability to see him or her if he's interested or engaged in what I am speaking for. So again, public speaking in public speaking, I have also to connect or to tell a story my audiences by connecting that story with personal life. To mean that if I am witnessing who I am, basically it would be better if I use my personal experience instead of using documentary that I read from any context or any library. Basically, it can be better once I connect that personal experience with that story I'm telling them. So also I have to use inclusive language. This inclusive language simply means that I have to use language that each and everyone that who participated in that presentation will understand. To mean that there is no need of to make my audience so complicated, because maybe I can prepare to use like Kinyarwanda language in my presentation, yet my audience are not aware of that language. To mean that I have to firstly to ask them which language do you need to use, if it's English or French or Kinyarwanda. According to their choice, I have to use that language which is inclusive, to me that everyone will be aware of what I'm saying. Also, I have to prepare for question. Preparing for question is also another way or another tip for improving public speaking, because once I prepare for questions, basically I have to prepare the presentation. After presentation, I have to know if it was already understandable, and if there are some people who has a question about that presentation, may raise the question so that we can provide the answers to them. Moving forward, there are visual aids we can use in public speaking, like stick notes, even flip chart, microphone, that can help you to raise your voice if you have a huge audience, even like using diagram as well as graphs, even charts. So by recommendation, I would like to recommend each and everyone to have that public speaking skills as the most dreaded forms of communication, due to once we have public speaking, can help us to improve or to increase our confidence as well as productivity at workplace. Even we have to motivate for change as well as to becoming a good public speaker. Also, it can help us to influence uh, our listeners as well as to inspire them to work hard. Thank you so much.